where do I want to begin? I am back. I am back on social media. I am happy to be back. I have taken a break and I have taken everything down off of my social media for a very intentional reason. I think that where do I want to start? I feel like I was in a season of really being caught up in who I used to be, and God has shifted me into a season of elevation and growth. I think a lot of the stuff that was on my social media was a great representation of the young lady who I used to be, but now I'm elevating into more into my womanhood. Which means I want to dress differently than that young lady did. I want to speak differently. I want to hold my head differently, and I want to try different things that she did. So I felt like for me, taking all of that stuff down was the most beneficial to reintroduce myself. I think a lot of people who genuinely love me created a lot of love and bond with who I used to be. And although I am so thankful for all the love all the time, I think that we should always offer grace to each other to grow and to elevate and to become brand new. And so I have been in a season of not being seen. I don't want to be in front of the camera dancing. I don't want to be in front of the camera. And God has put me in that season for a while, and I was trying to figure out what was going on, and I was going through some growing pains. I was shedding off an old version of myself. Becoming a mother has been one of the best things that has ever happened to me in my entire life. And I want to lean into that more. I want to lean into the woman that I am now. I think also a lot of times just boxing our own self in. Sometimes society doesn't box us in. Sometimes we box our own selves in. And I think that me saying that I was a this, and this was not even enough words to describe all of the things that I'm capable of. And so I also realized during my time of isolation and growing pains and shedding off old things that I was using these roles and these titles as idol. I was idolizing them. Yes, I'm this. Yes, I'm that. And making myself in a way live up to a certain standard of that. And the only standard that I need to have is being a godly woman. That's my identity. That is who I refer myself as, a woman of God, right? And the morals and the characteristics that come with that title is the only thing that I want aligned with who I am. Now I do operate in other roles, such as being a creative director, and I love the word visionary. I feel like that also really describes me. But all in all, I'm Liz. All in all, I'm myself. That comes with different streams and roads and so many different roadmaps to so many different things that I'm capable of doing. You can't box me in. So yeah, I have been in a season of regaining my confidence, but regaining my confidence in a different way. I think that I also have been running from using my voice because, like any other human, you don't want to be judged, but God has moved me out of that season. Guess what? I don't care. I don't care if you judge me. You're going to judge me regardless if I don't do nothing. I just wanted to come on here and be raw, honest, and real. I wanted to be raw, honest, and real of where I've been, who I am now. I have not arrived. I will never arrive until God takes me out of here. I'm constantly elevating and learning and maturing and getting better and making mistakes and falling short all the time. But all I can do is show up to this internet and be my most authentic self. And those who would love to receive me, hey. And those who don't want to hear what I have to say, bye. Because also with the growth that I've had, I feel like using my platform to highlight what God has done in my life and my testimonies is really the authentic version of who I am. I have been through so many ups and downs and trials and tribulations, and to just post the good parts, of my life does a huge disservice of all of the bad things that has happened in my life that God has brought me through. And to not give true context to those things, I think does another disservice to the real glory of following God, not crediting him for everything that he has pulled me through. You know what I mean? I have done nothing. If it was up to me, I would have probably been somewhere under a rock. I don't know. I would have been under a rock. I would have been dead. I would have been under a rock. I wouldn't have been able to do it without God. You know what I mean? And I want to be transparent about that. I am not this super strong, different, creative being. God has blessed me with many talents, but I'm only able to use those things and operate in those things when I'm doing them according to how he sees fit for my life. And I think a lot of times in that old young lady of who I used to be, she was operating in what she wanted for her life, which got her places in the world, but not closer to God at all. I have big dreams and big goals of being a content creator. I have big dreams and big goals of being a YouTuber. I have a lot of other big dreams and big goals that has nothing to do with social media. Just know that you can be multifaceted. Do not let people try to box you in, and don't box your own self in. Don't limit your thoughts. Don't limit your beliefs. You can do it all. You can have it all. I am a strong believer in being a jack of all trades. Some people just want to be good at one thing, and that's awesome for you. But for me, I have to do more than one thing. I gotta tap into different things. I love to explore life. There's so much in life to explore and to try. So don't forget to keep your mind open. And I think with that openness, you can allow God in. With that openness, you can allow new experiences in, new relationships in, and you can also start to discover a new version of yourself. So being open-minded has been one of the best things for me ever in life. Yeah, I'm going to be more raw and authentic on here. And I mean, I'm not going to share everything about my life, but I do want to share more motherhood experiences. I do want to share more testimonies that I've had. I do want to continue to share the good things that God has blessed me in my life. So I'm still navigating that. I'm still trying to understand how I want to show up online and be my authentic self and connect with my audience. But I hope that you guys are still willing and ready to be on this journey with me as I'm growing and evolving and changing. I love you guys. For all the people that have supported me since day one, for all the people that's just tuning in and supporting me, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Genuinely, thank you. The support, the likes, the comments, the shares. And honestly, I don't get caught up in that stuff. I really do not get caught up in views, likes, and all of that stuff, because I know who I am outside of offline, and that stuff doesn't validate me. It doesn't validate me. It really doesn't validate me. It used to. It really, really used to. It was hard for me to even take down all of the stuff on my Instagram, which is stupid. It's dumb. This is a social media platform. But because I glorified all of my achievements, and I glorified how I outfit, or I glorified a place I traveled, I'm putting all of my energy and effort into the wrong things. Things that don't matter, right? Things that create a persona. So no more persona, no more living for the applause. I now beat to God's drum. And I hope that you guys truly enjoyed this transparency moment. This is new for me. This is scary for me, but I'm ready.